Hi everyone, Mike here from Heroes and Bosses, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make flat, boring surfaces on your terrain look a little more interesting by adding some battle damage and rust. I'm going to add my battle damage using a hobby knife and a hobby drill. I'm going to drill some small holes into this flat surface, not too deep, but enough to look like it's been hit by a bullet. I'm going to add a few of these to the wall, just scattered around randomly. I'm also going to use a hobby knife to take a few chips out of these corners. Once I'm happy with the battle damage, I'm then going to prime and paint the terrain as I normally would, and then leave the battle damage to the very end. Now this is a different piece of terrain, but as you can see, I've done the exact same thing for the battle damage. If you're curious as to what colors I used for the terrain, it was, in order from lightest to darkest, these three, and everything was applied using a sponge. For the rust colors, I'm going to be using Mournfang Brown to start, and then an orange-brown color as the final rust color. The two I have here are Parasite Brown from Vallejo and Fresh Rust from Army Painter. The Fresh Rust color is the right color, but it has grit added to it to make a textured rust look, and that's not what I'm looking for this time. Now for all these rust colors, I'm going to be adding a lot of water, so probably 1 part paint to 4 parts water at least. And this is because I want the paint to run into the grooves and settle like rust would in nature. I'm also going to let capillary action do most of the work for me. So now I'm just getting a little bit of the paint on my brush and I'm dabbing it into all the holes I've created. As you can see, the paint is settling in little pools in these holes. I'm also going to dab it onto the little chips I've created, and you might need 2 to 3 layers of this since the paint is so watery. But it takes very little skill to do because the water is just drawing it to where it needs to go. The next thing I want to do is swipe around all the little bolts in the terrain and make a line of paint along all of the seams that I see in places where water would settle and rust would form. I'm also going to paint streaks to the rusty bullet holes. I think it makes more sense to paint upward from where the rust would end to the point of origin of the rust. The rust color is going to be more intense near the source of the rust. I'm still working with the first rust color here. This is the Mournfang Brown, but as I said before, the paint is thin. Let it dry after you apply it and see if the color is intense enough yet, or if you need to add 1 more watery layer, and then just keep on going until it reaches the intensity that you think looks right. Now I'm switching to the second and final rust color. Just like before, I'm going to water this down heavily and dab it into the grooves and the holes. However, I want to make sure I don't cover up that original Mournfang Brown completely. I'm going to put this just into the bottom of the bullet holes and dab it around all the other rusty places. This color may only need 1 or 2 layers because you're just trying to create a little bit of color variation in the rust and make it more realistic looking. And there you have it, an easy way to add an interesting rust effect to your terrain with just 2 colors. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. This is Mike from Heroes and Bosses, and thanks for watching.